The Daily Show studio pulsed with a restless energy last night. The air thick, charged, nobody expecting the seismic shockwave that erupted when Prime Minister Mark Carney, Canada's economic strategist, was forcibly kicked off the set after a heated clash with host Jon Stewart. A jaw-dropping moment that left the audience stunned. The crew scrambling, social media exploding with the fallout. Sources say what started as a sharp-witted talk show segment, meant to probe Carney's Liberal leadership bid and Canada's stance against U.S. trade threats, spiraled into a brutal showdown. Carney's resolute expertise colliding with Stewart's biting satire, a spectacle already the night's viral bombshell. Before we plunge into this electrifying saga, drop a comment with where you're watching from. Let's see how far this fire spreads. The New York studio glowed under warm lights, the band's jazzy intro fading, the crowd buzzing with anticipation. Carney strode out, his navy suit crisp, a red maple leaf pin flashing on his lapel, his demeanor calm, unflappable, the man who'd stared down global markets and Trump's tariff threats without flinching. He settled into the guest chair, hands steady, eyes alert, not rattled. He didn't do rattled, not after years of navigating G7 summits and liberal caucus rooms. The producers, buzzing backstage, had urged, "Keep it punchy, no policy wonk vibes," dreaming of a viral quip, not a war. Then came Jon Stewart, his grin sly, gray blazer casual, tie loose, sauntering out with the swagger of a comedy legend. Known for his incisive takedowns, he opened with a jab. "Mark, you're Canada's big hope, but are you just Trump's polite punching bag?" The audience roared, the quip landing sharply, but insiders say Carney sensed the edge, nodding. "I'll stick to defending Canada, John, not feeding your punchlines." The crowd hummed, a few claps rippling as Stewart leaned in. "Defending? That's bold. Let's see if you can sell it without a PowerPoint." The tension flared instantly. Carney's removal ignited when he challenged Stewart's comedic framing of Canada's trade strategy. "Sell? John, your jokes dodge the real stakes of Trump's tariffs. I've got facts," he said, his tone firm, citing Canada's $1 trillion trade surplus and border security measures. Stewart's eyes gleamed, his grin turning razor-edged. "Facts? This is my stage, Mark, not Ottawa. Lighten up." The audience gasped, some cheering, others filming discreetly, as Carney leaned forward. "Lighten up? I'm here for Canadians facing economic threats. You can't jest that away." His retort was sharp, resolute. The crowd splitting, some clapping, others tensing, as crew members watched, sensing the segment veering into chaos, emotions surging. Early. What's gripping everyone isn't just Carney's removal, it's how swiftly it turned seismic. Stewart waved to security. "Jest away? You're tanking my show, Mark? Time to go." His voice rising, edged with irritation, as guards escorted Carney off. The audience stirred, some shouted, others leaned in, as the clash took a raw turn, with Carney's resolve hardening, Stewart's order escalating, the night charging toward a stunning, heart-pounding peak, the confrontation just beginning to blaze. The Daily Show premises surged into a blazing spectacle last night, the air crackling, charged, as Prime Minister Mark Carney, his resolve a commanding force, intensified his fiery defiance outside the New York studio after being forcibly removed from the set, turning a sharp-witted talk show segment into a viral wildfire that's already gripping the internet. Sources say after Carney's resolute claim, "You can't jest that away," and Jon Stewart's sharp order, "Time to go," followed by his escorted exit, the Canadian leader doubled down on the sidewalk, fueling a dramatic clash that's inching closer to a seismic fallout. Carney, his navy suit pristine, red maple leaf pin glinting under the streetlights, pressed his challenge as he faced reporters. "Jest away? Canadians deserve serious trade strategies, not Stewart's quips." His voice clear, steady, as he detailed his plans to counter Trump's tariff threats with strengthened EU ties and border measures. The audience, still audible from the studio. Doors reacting fast, some cheering through the chaos, others murmuring, while a stagehand inside interjected, "Mr. Carney's outburst threw off our rhythm. We're back on track." Their tone cautious, firm, drawing gasps, scattered claps from the stirred crowd, the tension thickening with every word. The stagehand's statement fueled scrutiny. On track, Carney's exposing trade realities that demands attention, sources say. Carney's eyes flashed, his stance unyielding. Attention? I'm revealing truths, not chaos. I'm ready. The comeback bold, laced with conviction. The crowd outside stirring, some chanting, "Carney, Carney," others tensing, as stagehands signaled, "He's relentless," their headsets buzzing, the scene slipping from orderly to electric, the clash intensifying. A reporter's voice sharpened. "Ready? You've challenged a comedy icon, Mr. Prime Minister. That's huge," her remark acknowledging, stoking Carney's fire. What fueled the blaze wasn't just Carney's removal, it was his defiance post-exit. Insiders report a show spokesperson pivoted. "Challenged?" Mr. Carney had his say, "But this show's about satire." Their tone steady, defensive, and Carney struck back. "Satire? Canadians need leadership, not skits," gesturing at his notes on Canada's $1 trillion trade surplus, the crowd splitting. Wider, some shouting, "Carney's right," others gasping, with phones filming, X-posts surging. "Carney fights on," one read, racking up likes. As the clash grew fiercer, Carney's passion flaring. The sidewalk outside the studio pulsed with raw energy. Sources say Carney's voice carried, "Skits? Stewart's platform dodges our trade stakes. I'll prove it." His resolve trembling with conviction, and a reporter countered, "Prove? You're making waves, Mr. Prime Minister, but it's risky." Their words measured, probing, the crowd roaring, some standing, others whispering, while stagehands signaled to hold steady, their hands waving. But Carney pressed on. "Risky? I'm Canada's voice, not his punchline. You're underestimating me." His fire rising, the chaos swelling, with insiders noting, "He's owning the moment." The night charging toward a stunning, heart-pounding peak. Carney's defiance, building to a dramatic response. The Daily Show premises erupted into a blazing emotional crucible last night. The air taut, alive, as Prime Minister Mark Carney, his resolve and unyielding force, amplified his fiery defiance outside the New York studio after his forcible removal, turning a sharp-witted talk show segment into a gripping display of conviction that left onlookers electrified, show staff scrambling to manage the fallout, the echoes of Jon Stewart's order, "Time to go," intensifying. Sources say Carney's resolute vow, "I'm Canada's voice, not his punchline," after rejecting a reporter's caution, met the escalating chaos of the moment, inching closer to a dramatic response that sent shockwaves beyond the sidewalk, a spectacle now dominating every platform. A show spokesperson, their tone firm but fraying, tried to quell the storm. "Mr. Carney, your trade points are serious, but this is a comedy show," their voice laced with urgency as they addressed Carney's critique of Stewart's satirical take on Canada's response to Trump's tariffs, the crowd outside reacting fiercely, some cheering loudly, others murmuring while Carney's eyes gleamed. "Comedy? My truth is Canada's strength, not your quip." His voice sharp, unwavering, the onlookers surging, cheers blending with gasps as stagehands watched, hands twitching, the record holding, tension soaring. The spokesperson pressed harder. "Quip? You're defying a cultural platform, Mr. Prime Minister. That's a high bar." Their jab cautious, personal, and Carney fired back. "High? I'm exposing trade realities, not breaking rules." His words bold, trembling with passion, the crowd splitting, some shouting, "Go Carney," others whispering, with phones filming, X posts exploding. "Carney stands tall," one read, trending fast. The spokesperson's gaze wavered. Realities? You're rewriting the narrative, Mr. Carney. Their remark probing, the crowd roaring, some murmuring. He's too bold, others pleading. Carney's fearless, as the tide turned. What turned the clash into a wildfire wasn't just Carney's removal. It was his unrelenting stance, insiders say. He leaned forward. Rewriting? Stewart's jokes dodge accountability. I'm amplifying Canada's demands. His tone commanding, laden with resolve, and a reporter countered, Amplifying? You're a guest, Mr. Prime Minister. This is New York. Their retort measured, strained, the crowd surging, some clapping, others yelling, with clips hitting X. Carney's Fire Live, racking up shares, as he responded. New York? Canada's? Fight cuts deeper. Brace yourself. His voice steady, the scene igniting. The area outside the studio became a cauldron of raw emotion. Sources report stagehands signaled frantically, their voices urgent. He's relentless. But Carney pressed on. Brace? Stewart's framing buries our trade stakes. My cause is right. His gestures bold, voice cracking with conviction, while the spokesperson interjected. Right? You're pushing limits, Mr. Carney. This is chaos. Their tone faltering, the crowd erupting, some waving signs, others live streaming, while Carney stood firm. Chaos? I'm Canada's justice, not his satire. His passion peaking, with insiders noting, he's owning the spotlight, the night hurtling toward a stunning, heart-pounding peak, Carney's defiance building to a seismic response. The Daily Show premises hit their emotional zenith last night, the air crackling alive, as Prime Minister Mark Carney, his resolve a blazing force, unleashed a powerful, heartfelt response outside the New York studio to amplify his accusations against Jon Stewart's satirical framing of Canada's trade strategy, transforming a sharp-witted talk show segment into a soul-stirring spectacle that left onlookers in awe, the media reeling, the fallout from Carney's removal intensifying. Sources say Carney's poignant vow, I'm Canada's justice, not his satire, after rejecting a reporter's caution, culminated in a searing plea that shook the sidewalk, pushing the clash closer to his bold action that stunned the world, a moment already fueling a viral firestorm. Carney, his navy suit sharp, red maple leaf pin glinting under the streetlights, landed a piercing blow. Satire? Stewart's jokes bury the struggles of Canadians. I speak for them. His words raw, vivid, tying his accusations to workers facing job losses from Trump's tariffs, farmers hit by trade disruptions, the crowd reacting fiercely, some sobbing, others cheering, Go Carney, while a show spokesperson's face tightened. Mr. Carney, you're challenging a host. That's a leap. Their retort firm, faltering, the onlookers surging, cheers blending with gasps as stagehands froze, headsets crackling, the record holding, emotion erupting. The spokesperson pressed, Leap? You're stirring chaos, Mr. Carney. Respect the show. Their plea urgent, personal. But Carney stood his ground. Respect? I carry their pain. This stage can't bury my truth. His voice quivering, eyes glistening, the crowd roaring, some chanting, Carney, Carney, others whispering, He's unstoppable. As phones filmed, X posts exploding. Carney shakes Stewart, one read, trending fast. The spokesperson's voice wavered. Truth? You're escalating, Mr. Carney. This is serious. Their tone faltering, the crowd surging, some shouting. Carney's winning, others murmuring. He's too bold. As the tide turned. The clash reached a fever pitch. Insiders say Carney's voice soared. Escalating? My cause is their hope. Their fight lives in me. His delivery piercing, recounting Canada's trade battle with searing clarity. From strengthening EU ties to securing a $1 trillion surplus, the spokesperson's eyes widening, their composure softening. Hope? You're passionate, Mr. Carney. Their voice barely audible, the crowd erupting, some standing, filming, others sobbing, with clips hitting X instantly. Carney's plea live, one read, racking up shares, another showing his fire. He's relentless, going viral, millions watching. Carney pressed, passionate? I'm their voice. Feel their fight. His resolve unshakable, the scene pulsating. Stewart's absence heavy, the studio's echo distant. What primed Carney's bold action was his raw sincerity. Sources report the spokesperson gripped their notes. Voice? You've challenged this platform, Mr. Carney. Their tone a mix of respect, hesitation, as Carney fired back. Challenged? I'm their justice. Rethink your lens. His words unflinching, the crowd roaring, some rushing closer, others chanting. Carney's truth, as the spokesperson paused. You're heard, they conceded. The clash teetering, with insiders noting, he's rewriting the script. The night hurtling toward a stunning, heart-pounding climax. Carney's heartfelt plea setting the stage for a move that would shock everyone. The Daily Show premises soared into a heart-stopping crescendo last night. The air electric, searing, as Prime Minister Mark Carney, his resolve and unstoppable force, unleashed a shocking, bold action outside the New York studio to amplify his accusations against Jon Stewart's satirical framing of Canada's trade strategy, transforming a sharp-witted talk show segment into a breathtaking spectacle that left onlookers in awe. The media reeling, the fallout from Carney's removal, reaching a fever pitch. Sources say, Carney's resolute vow, I'm their justice, rethink your lens, after swaying the spokesperson's caution, marked the turning point that led to his stunning move. A gesture that silenced the crowd, a moment now fueling a viral wildfire. Carney, his navy suit sharp, red maple leaf pin a beacon of defiance, stepped into his power, his voice fierce. Rethink? I'll show their truth, as he pulled a tablet from his side, displaying a recorded compilation of testimonies from Canadian workers, exporters, and border communities, declaring, These are their voices, John. Hear them. His gesture bold, unprecedented, the crowd reacting fiercely, some cheering wildly, others sobbing, while the show spokesperson's eyes widened. Mr. Carney, this is off script. Stop now. Their voice a mix of shock, urgency, the onlookers surging, cheers blending with gasps, as stagehands stood frozen, headsets silent, the record holding, emotion erupting. Carney pressed forward. Off script? Their fight demands accountability, not your satire. His words raw, piercing as he played the compilation, voices sharing stories of resilience, businesses battered by Trump's tariffs, communities rallying for trade security, amplifying his accusations, the crowd roaring, some chanting, Carney, Carney, others whispering, he's unstoppable. As phones filmed, X posts surging. Carney drops bombshell, one read, trending fast. The spokesperson's composure faltered. You've made your point, Mr. Carney, we're listening. Their voice low, reflective. The crowd erupting, some shouting, Carney's winning. Others murmuring, he's fearless, as the tide turned. The climax shattered all restraint. Insiders say Carney stood resolute. Listening? Their hope demands action, not your silence. His delivery a blend of defiance, empathy. The spokesperson's resolve wavering. Action? Your move's bold, Mr. Carney, it's noted. Their tone conceding. The crowd surging, some standing, filming, others weeping, with clips hitting X instantly. Carney's move live, one read, racking up shares, another showing his gesture. He's a titan, going viral, millions watching. The spokesperson nodded. We're reconsidering, Mr. Carney. Your point's clear. Their words tentative, the scene pulsating, Carney's action landing, their stance shifting. What primed Carney's shocking move was his unyielding sincerity. Sources report the spokesperson stared at the tablet. "Clear? You've disrupted this narrative, Mr. Carney," their voice carrying newfound respect, as Carney stood firm. "Disrupted? I've amplified their voices. Their trust demands it." His words final. The crowd roaring, some rushing closer, others chanting, "Carney's fire!" As the spokesperson exhaled, "You've spoken, we're reflecting," their voice conceding. The clash teetering, with insiders noting, "He's floored the scene." The night hurtling toward a stunning, triumphant resolution. Carney's bold action the spark that stunned the nation. The Daily Show premises erupted into a soul-shattering triumph last night. The air electric, transcendent as show officials, their authority softened by awe, fully acknowledged Prime Minister Mark Carney's shocking action, displaying a recorded compilation of Canadian testimonies outside the New York studio, transforming a sharp-witted talk show segment into a breathtaking spectacle that left onlookers in awe, Carney's resolve radiant, social media ablaze with the fallout from his removal from Jon Stewart's show. Sources say Carney's bold declaration, "I've amplified their voices, their trust demands it," after stunning the scene with his gesture, culminated in the official's stunning concession, "You've spoken, we're reflecting," sealing a viral moment that's already reshaping narratives. The show spokesperson, their voice heavy with acknowledgement, formalized the shift. "Mr. Carney, your action's powerful. You've made your case." Their words deliberate, resonant as they accepted Carney's point, the crowd reacting fiercely, some cheering wildly, others weeping, while Carney stood tall. "Thank you." Their voices prevailed, his voice steady, triumphant, the onlookers surging chants of "Carney, Carney," blending with sobs, as stagehands stood frozen, headsets silent, the record capturing every victorious moment. Carney's navy suit and red maple leaf pin blazing under the New York streetlights. Carney's gesture reverberated. Insiders say he continued, "Prevailed? Their hope fuels my fight. I carry it," his words poignant, tying his accusations to Canadians' demands for trade resilience, from workers battling tariff impacts to exporters forging EU ties. The spokesperson nodding. "Noted, Mr. Carney. You've shifted the conversation." Their tone respectful. The crowd roaring, some standing, filming, others shouting, "He's unstoppable," with clips hitting X instantly. "Carney owns the moment," one read, racking up shares. Another, showing his radiance. "He's a titan, going viral, millions watching." The spokesperson concluded, "We'll move forward, Mr. Carney." Their voice final, the scene pulsating, Carney's victory sealed, the confrontation resolving. The immediate aftermath crashed like a tidal wave. Sources say Carney stepped away. From the cameras, "I stood for Canada," his voice a resolute whisper, aides guiding him through a swarm of reporters as the crowd buzzed, while show officials retreated. The matters noted, their tone reflective, the onlookers cheering, some still filming, others chanting, "Truth served," as security cleared the area, the night's end a blazing triumph. Online, X exploded. "Carney shakes Stewart's show," one thread read, trending globally, his action lauded. The official's concession, a viral marker. The fallout surged. Carney's tweet, "Voices break satire," posted later, pulling 1,400,000 likes. Replies flooding, "You fought for us," with memes captioned, "Testimonies topple quips," flooding TikTok, Instagram. The saga's impact soared, Carney's advocacy cemented, his influence as Prime Minister spiking, while Stewart's silence sparked debate, some speculating, "He'll address it," others noting, "Carney stole the spotlight." The clash a global spark. The ripple effects are seismic. Analysts call it a shift. Carney redefined talk show confrontations, or broke them, one said, shows eyeing bolder guests or stricter formats, while the public splits, half roar. He exposed a host, half question. Was it too far? The moment of fuse for what's next. The saga's reach stretches beyond New York. Carney's leadership surges, his resolve unquestioned, his voice amplified, while Stewart's next move looms, anticipated. This isn't the end. It's a spark. Carney's next fight. Stewart's response, poised to ignite. So if you're hooked on this drama, smash that subscribe button now. Don't miss the next blaze.